Hello friends, hello neighbors, this is your mailman and welcome back to Madden NFL 08 Superstar Mode with the AI-powered career of Malik Thomas. And today is the big day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the day that we find out where Malik Thomas is going to continue his NFL career. If you are new to the series, then hello and welcome. There is a link in the description that'll take you to the entire series. You can choose to go back all the way to the beginning, or at the very least, if you just want to get caught up, go to the last couple of episodes so that you can get caught up on all of the off-season drama that we've faced so far. In the last episode, we did a quick wrap-up of Season 2, including some award winners, a review of the Colts' regular season schedule, both AFC and NFC standings, statistics from the Colts and from around the league, and of course, the conversation that Malik Thomas had with Coach Dungy and the Colts GM about his contract situation. In the end, the two sides could not come to an agreement, and Malik Thomas officially entered free agency. We hired a brand new agent who is able to get us a list of teams that are interested in Malik. Malik received offers from the Arizona Cardinals, the Tennessee Titans, the Oakland Raiders, the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions, and the Houston Texans. Now, ChatGPT has been by Malik's side from the very beginning. From where he'd go to college, whether he would stay in college or declare for the NFL draft, how he would conduct his interviews, and much more. And as you guys know, we are going to continue utilizing AI to make major decisions for Malik. With that said, instead of just giving ChatGPT a list of the contract offers that Malik received, we're going to go even further. We're going to go team by team and give a more in-depth analysis of the team's top players, including the top players on offense, as well as how that team performed the previous season. We're going to give that information to ChatGPT, and with it, ChatGPT should give us the decision that Malik will make in free agency. Now, of course, the amount of money is going to be considered, but we also want Malik going to a team that is going to give him the best opportunity to fulfill his potential. So let's hop on the computer and gather some information. And we're going to start with the team at the very top of the list, the Arizona Cardinals. The top players on the Arizona Cardinals include safety Adrian Wilson, wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, and wide receiver Anquan Boldin. The Cardinals offense is led by fourth-year quarterback Matt Leinart with an 86 overall, running back Marcel Shipp at 76 overall, and wide receivers Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Boldin with overalls of 96 and 93 respectively. The Cardinals finished the previous season with a 7-9 record, finishing second in the NFC West. The Cardinals offense ranked 17th in total offense, 20th in rushing, and 15th in passing. The Cardinals defense ranked 18th in total defense, 17th against the run, and 17th against the pass. Next up is the Tennessee Titans. Their top players include the outside linebacker Keith Bullock with a 95 overall rating, quarterback Vince Young, and the defensive end Kyle Vanden Bosch. The Titans offense is led by fourth-year quarterback Vince Young. Vince Young leads the Titans offense with an overall rating of 92. Currently, the starting running back is Lendale White, who will be entering the season with only 1 year on his contract, and their top receiver at the moment is the 85 overall wide receiver David Givens. Last season, the Titans finished with a 5-11 record, earning third place in the AFC South. The Titans offense ranked 8th overall in total offense, 2nd in running, and 24th in passing. The Titans defense ranked 12th overall in total defense, 4th against the run, and 21st against the pass. Next up is the Oakland Raiders. Their top players include Derek Burgess, the cornerback Namadi Asamoah, and the fullback Justin Griffith. The Raiders offense is led by the third-year quarterback Jamarcus Russell, who has only been able to increase his rating to 83. However, he has struggled quite a bit. In his first 2 seasons, he finished with a QB rating no higher than 65.6, passing for under 2,500 yards, and throwing more interceptions than touchdowns. Currently, the starting running back is going to be the 81 overall Kevin Pryor. As far as the team overall, the Raiders finished with a record of 3-13, dead last in the AFC West. The Raiders offense ranked 29th in total offense, 25th in rushing, and 25th in passing. The Raiders defense ranked 17th in total defense, 24th against the run, and surprisingly, 1st against the pass. The next team to offer Malik a contract was the Detroit Lions, whose current top players include Shaun Rogers, Roy Williams, and the guard Damian Woody. The Lions offense is led by the third-year quarterback Drew Stanton at 72 overall, but who knows, they might draft or sign a quarterback in free agency. The running back is currently Kevin Jones, who's an 89 overall back, but his contract is set to expire, so the backup currently is running back Tatum Bell at 82 overall. It's fair to be a little bit more optimistic about the wide receivers on the Lions. They've got Roy Williams at 93 overall, Mike Freary at 89 overall, and the young wide receiver Calvin Johnson at 87 overall. The Lions finished last season with an 8-8 record, finishing 3rd in the NFC North. The Lions offense finished 14th overall, 14th in rushing, and 17th in passing. The Lions defense ranked 8th in total defense, 14th against the run, and 10th against the pass. Next up is the Green Bay Packers. Their top players includes the defensive end Aaron Campman, Donald Driver, the wide receiver, and the second-year quarterback Kendall Abbott. Kendall Abbott enters his second year with a 93 overall rating. The Colts actually faced him last year and he did pretty good, so no complaints about the quarterback position. At running back, they've got Vernon Morency, 82 overall, and Tariq Mann at 82 overall as well. The Packers have Donald Driver at 94 overall and Greg Jennings at 84 overall as their top receivers. The team finished last year with an 11-5 record. That's the best record among the teams that have offered Malik a contract. They won the NFC North, and in doing so, they finished 13th in total offense, 19th in running, and 12th in passing. Their defense finished 5th overall, 10th against the run, and 11th against the pass. And last but not least, the Houston Texans. Right now, their key players are Andre Johnson, D'Amico Ryans, and the linebacker Moreland Greenwood. Leading the Texans at quarterback is Matt Schaub at 85 overall. The running back is Josh Avery. He's got an 83 overall. And Avery also happens to be the Texans' first-round pick from last season. And as you can see, he rushed for nearly 1,200 yards last year. So that's a pretty good start to a career as a running back. Truthfully, I don't see Malik being too interested in going to a franchise that has just drafted a running back in the first round, but we'll see. But there's no doubt that their key player on offense, and the team for that matter, is Andre Johnson at 96 overall. Collectively, the Texans finished last year with a record of 4-12. They were last in the AFC South. They ranked 31st in total offense, 31st in rushing, and 26th in passing. A lot of improvement needed, no doubt. Defensively, they finished 21st overall, finishing 21st against the run and 16th against the pass. So I went ahead and typed this all up and gave it to ChatGPT. Everything about the team's finish from last year, the rankings, and the key players on offense. And in return, ChatGPT gave me some pros and cons for Malik signing with each team. So let's jump into it one by one. Starting with the Arizona Cardinals. According to ChatGPT, the pros of signing with the Cardinals would include receiving the highest total contract value, a strong bonus, and instant financial security. That's true. The Cardinals' offer is the highest in terms of money. Malik would also be able to look forward to the wide receiver duo of Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Boldin. Competition-wise, there's not a lot. The starting running back is currently Marcel Shipp, who is 76 overall, and who is what ChatGPT calls very replaceable. There is no doubt that Malik would walk in as the day one starter. There's also a lot of potential with Matt Leinart being a capable young quarterback who could be a key piece to growing this Cardinals offense. The cons of signing with the Cardinals would include a 7-9 record from last year and a pretty mediocre rushing attack. But who knows, that could improve greatly under Malik. The Cardinals' defense is average across the board, and they could struggle winning games in those closing minutes. Apparently, there might be a lot of pressure on Malik to carry the offense and deliver immediately. As for the Tennessee Titans, they have the second best rushing team in the NFL. That clearly fits Malik's strengths. Vince Young, a 92 overall quarterback, is dynamic, and he forces defense to respect quarterback runs. A duo including Malik Thomas and Lendale White could very much prove to be a 1-2 punch. However, the Tennessee Titans did finish 5-11 last year, so they are in the early processes of a rebuild. Malik might also have to worry about splitting carries with Lendale White. I actually don't think that's going to be too big of an issue. However, this is a shorter deal, which is less guaranteed security. I do have to agree with that one. For the Oakland Raiders, Malik is pretty much guaranteed a starting spot right away, as the Raiders might not see Kevin Pryor as a long-term solution. The Raiders also have a pretty elite pass defense that could keep the offense in close games. However, the Raiders did finish 3-13, so the record speaks for itself. More notably, that offense is among the league's worst. Again, they were ranked 29th overall in total offense. Also, Jamarcus Russell is still developing. That's to put it very kindly. He has not performed very well in his first couple of seasons. That could be because he doesn't have a lot of talent around him. In fact, that's probably the case. But still, Malik might be looking for a quarterback that has performed better or at least has more potential. But of course, going to the playoffs might not be an annual deal like it was in Indianapolis. A 3-13 record from last year seems like we are a long ways away from making a championship run. As for the Lions, Kevin Jones is going to be gone, so Malik pretty much steps into the RB1 role immediately. They did go 8-8 last year, which is pretty decent, so the team is pretty close to contending. And Roy Williams and Mike Fury give some passing threat. Also, you've got to include Calvin Johnson in there. He's still an 87 overall player, and I still think he could be a pretty big threat. However, the Lions are only offering a 1-year contract with not a lot of money, so there's no real long-term security there. The quarterback situation is horrendous. Their highest rated quarterback right now is Drew Stanton at only 72 overall. I think Malik is looking for some commitment, so this might not be the move, but we'll see what chat says. Up next is the Green Bay Packers. I really like this option. They were 11-5 last season and were in the playoffs. They are already a legit contender. I love their situation at quarterback. They had the first overall draft pick last year and selected Kendall Abbott, who is 93 overall, and you put him together with Donald Driver and Greg Jennings, that's a pretty decent balanced offense. Not to mention throwing Malik in there and adding an even stronger running game. So adding Malik would make that running back room pretty solid, and it would appear that Malik would win the starting job. However, this contract doesn't pay the most. It's still better than a 1-year deal, but some more years with more money might look a little more intriguing. And finally on the list is the Houston Texans. Maybe the biggest pro from this contract offer is the overall value. It is the second highest overall paying contract. Andre Johnson is a complete stud, and Malik could work in tandem with Josh Avery for that dangerous 1-2 punch. However, the Texans are also complete garbage right now. They were 4-12 last year. They had the worst rushing offense in the entire league. And also, even though ChatGPT included Josh Avery as a pro, it also lists him as a con. Avery's strong rookie season means Malik might not be the feature running back. In fact, I wouldn't count on it, especially if I'm going to continue leaving it up to chat. And this team is just questionable all around, not just the offensive line, but it's another bad team that's going to be in rebuild mode, so it might be a while before we get into the playoffs. And Malik might be in his prime right now, so he might want to compete pretty quickly. So we went through each team one by one and got a much better idea on how successful Malik might be on any of these teams. We have thought all about it. We have given each team its fair consideration, and it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the decision. I asked ChatGPT where Malik Thomas is going next. And after long consideration, Malik Thomas decides to sign with the Arizona Cardinals. He will be accepting the 3-year, $24 million deal with a $7.35 million signing bonus, making him the unquestioned RB1 and a centerpiece of their offense alongside Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Boldin. We also reviewed the major factors that led to that decision, and I think they were all pretty straightforward. Number one, it was the highest paying offer. We have to consider that. There should be very little discrepancy over his role in the offense. There are multiple offensive weapons on this offense to take the pressure off of Malik. The Cardinals have got a young quarterback with a lot of upside and a big chance to be the difference maker, meaning that last year the Cardinals finished 7-9, which meant that they were good enough to show potential, but bad enough to need a spark. Malik saw that opportunity to be that spark to help push them into playoff contention and put his stamp on the franchise. So there you go. Malik Thomas is headed to the Arizona Cardinals. I am so excited to see what he's going to do as a feature back. He had to show incredible patience in the Indianapolis offense, having to share those reps with Joseph Adai, but no more. No more sharing reps. Malik Thomas is the guy in Arizona. What do you guys think? Leave a comment, let me know what you think about his decision, if it was the right one, if it's the wrong one and he's going to regret it. I want to know what you think. In the next episode, we will jump into the season. Of course, we'll give a little preview of the schedule and the roster updates. I'll make sure that you guys are covered. But man, oh man, what an offseason this was. But it's time for football. Friends and neighbors, thank you so much for watching. These last couple episodes in particular have been a lot of fun. Stay tuned for more. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, you might as well stay for a while. Hit the subscribe button. And until you hear my voice again, this is your mailman, wishing each and every single one of you a great rest of your day.